beautiful, beautiful Friday in Montrose, and I am here with Alyssa Clemsen Roberts. Hi, Alyssa, how are you?
I'm good, Tanya. How are you?
Oh, I am thrilled. Okay, so I'm going to try and be good during this show, and but before we talk to Alyssa, because I have so many questions for you, so many, I want to quick shout out to our sponsors. We have Elevate Fiber and DMEA. Do you know anything about them?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, okay. Alpine Bank, River Valley Family Health Centers, and the Real Estate Store. Without these amazing sponsors, we could not bring this show to you. So, Alyssa, you've been in Montrose for how long?
About 6.5 weeks.
6.5 weeks. I'm sure you've heard there's nothing really going on in Montrose. There's nothing to do, but that's not true. There's so many events going on. So, today, Alyssa, is the first Friday of the month, and what that means is Ladies Friday Afternoon Cocktails. Starts at 3:30, and it's going to be at Fiesta Guadalajara. So the very first Friday of the month, all the boss ladies get together from 3:30 until 5 o'clock, have cocktails, appetizers, and just chat with each other. The other thing that starts today is the Colorado Pro Rodeo Finals. That is at the new event center. It's the entire weekend long. There are going to be 12 contestants who are going to try and win the state title. So we'll find that out this weekend. I think Sunday afternoon is the final. And then next week, next Saturday, Bosom Buddies annual walk run. Are you an athlete?
I like to run, but I wouldn't call myself an athlete.
Well, they start at the pavilion and check-ins at 8:30. If you want to pre-register, you can do that this week, and now make sure you have a t-shirt. And then there's that darn fly back again this week. And then you can register for the walk run. You can bring strollers. You can do anything and everything you want to out there. Go at your own pace and speed. It's going to be wonderful. And then on the 21st, Power Players. That's where a bunch of local professionals get together and they hear from an amazing speaker. And I hear we have a great one lined up on the 21st. Do you know who that is?
I think it's me.
She's like, wait, a great speaker?
I
know. So that is one that you don't want to miss, is Power Players on the 21st, and that'll be upstairs at the Bridges. So lots going on. Make sure you pre-register for all the things that you're supposed to pre-register for, and mark your calendars. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with Alyssa.
Employees, and we were in a double wide trailer with 4 exam rooms. So that's where we started, behind an elementary school, really focused on taking care of those children. It was a school-based clinic prior to us becoming an FQHC. But very quickly, we realized the community needed a lot more support, a lot more access to healthcare. So in the last 8 years, we've grown to 3 different sites. We have 104 employees now, and we're taking care of about 6,600 unique patients a year.
You're proud to call Colorado home. So are we. Since 1973, we've been giving back to the communities where we live, work, and play across our great state. And we're here to stay. If you're looking for an independent, locally managed community bank where the employees are also the owners, we would like to be your bank. We're Alpine Bank.
Okay, so we're here with Alyssa Clemsen Roberts, and Alyssa's official title is CEO of DMEA and Elevate Fiber.
Yes.
Is that correct?
That's
yeah.
right.
Well, that's a big job, Alyssa.
It is a big job. It's an exciting job.
Okay, so I want to talk about the job in a few minutes, but I know everyone watching this show, for someone who's been here for 6 weeks, we want to know some of your favorite spots.
Oh, in town?
In town, yeah. So
okay.
What do you like about Montrose?
I hope I don't forget anything, but so I will say we have eaten at Colorado Boy Pizza every week since we've been here. I will confess that. That is true. I love the Shishi Boutique. We've been in there a couple times with the girls. They liked it. We've been down to the water park or whatever.
River Park?
Yes, the
River
Park.
Bottom
Yes.
Park. Yes. Okay.
Yes. And then have you tried the taco truck at Home Depot?
There's a taco truck at Home Depot.
It is the best street tacos I've ever eaten in my life.
Are you kidding?
No. It's so good. It's so, so good. And his daughter plays on the Columbine volleyball team.
What?
Yes.
Okay. So There are going to be clips of this. There's a taco truck at Home Depot.
It's true.
That is
I talk about this all the time.
Do you really?
It's delicious.
Okay.
And the people working in it are awesome. We laugh, we go, we feel like we're family now. Because we spent a lot of time at Home Depot.
Okay. Well, that's right. So you found a home here.
Yes.
Great. Yes. And is it a fixer-upper? Is it...
No, I mean, it's a pretty nice home. We're just doing a few little touches of our own, some paint, and then putting in some new flooring, things like that. So just a little here and there. But
all right. So the people at Home Depot know you guys well then.
They do, because they're doing some of the work in our house.
Oh,
so.
Are they? Yeah. Isn't that nice? You can just go buy stuff and you can hire people to do things as well.
It's pretty amazing.
Wow. So overall, the family, you have 2 kids, 3 kids?
2 kiddos, 2 daughters, a 21-year-old who will graduate from Washington State University this spring, I guess, in May. And then I have a 7th grader at Columbine Middle School.
Oh,
and
my
she's
goodness.
pretty awesome.
Is she really?
Yeah, they both are really.
So they're enjoying school.
Yep.
They got connected easily. And...
Yeah, Piper is loving school. I will say the teachers have been great. She has friends. She eats lunch with friends. It's been... she made the volleyball team. It's been a pretty amazing transition. Middle school can be hard, but it hasn't been. They've just been phenomenal. Big hats off to the Montrose School District.
That's great because I will tell you, when I was in middle school, it was awkward. Oh. I mean, just awkward.
I was thinking awful.
Okay. I was trying to be, a little softer on the show.
Oh, okay.
But
Sorry.
So I looked like a potato, though, when I was in middle school. These young girls are beautiful now.
Yeah.
I was just awkward with teeth and,
Oh, well, I had the bangs and the hair, right? Because it was the 90s and the pegged pants.
Yes.
And we thought we were very cute.
Were we not?
Oh, cute.
Exactly. Well, I am glad that Montrose has been so accepting and opening, and that your family is feeling like they're getting acclimated to this town. It's a wonderful town, and I absolutely love it here. So.
Yeah, we're loving it. It's been pretty awesome.
So what is it that you want to do in Montrose that you haven't done yet?
Well, we haven't been hiking yet.
Okay.
I mean, we're still kind of unpacking and getting settled, so that's one thing. I'd like to do some hiking in the area. We all like to hike.
Right.
And I know my husband and youngest daughter would like to do some fishing. They're big into fishing. I am not. I'll go a book and read. They're just regular fishing, not fly fishing.
Okay, because Drew was about to, our production guy, Drew, is like Mr. Fly Fisherman, and he'll probably do that after the show today.
Excellent.
Yeah, so my husband and I take our son fishing as well, and I don't touch anything. But
yeah, me either. It's not my thing.
Cast. Okay, so I have a question. In this new house of yours, did you get Elevate Fiber?
Oh, we did. So it's kind of a funny story.
Is it?
So we everything happened so fast, and so I set up the electric service, and then I had Tom put the Elevate in his name. We always try to kind of split what we put in each other's names, and he called, and we had to wait like 8 days or 12 days. So we were in the house without Elevate for 4 days. We had no internet service, and our cell service is a little spotty. Mm-hmm. I think everyone thought they were going to die, but we didn't tell DMEA that it was us.
Right.
So,
well, of course not. You want the same service as everyone else.
You want the same service as everyone else, but the previous homeowner let it slip. So it was very funny. So I was outside with my dog, and I looked just like a hot mess. And the Elevate truck rolls up, and Jonathan yells up, "How you doing, boss?" I just kind of wanted to die. So it was fun.
All right, so you have good service. I mean,
it's amazing service.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I don't know that we would have been as happy, or I could have convinced the family as easily to come with me on this journey without the fiber to the home. My husband works from home. He has his own business, and we're all kind of addicted to our shows. So we cut the cord years ago. We don't have cable.
Right.
So we just do the internet and streaming, and it's awesome.
Okay.
I went back to work the first day, and I was like, Elevate's amazing. And
so for 8 days, though, you didn't have it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And everyone survived? Or did you live in coffee shops?
No, everyone survived. We spent a lot of time with each other being super happy.
Okay. Well, there's a little business center on the corner of Main and San Juan. I mean, we've got great service here, and it's through Elevate. So anytime,
I'll have to come down.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about this big job of yours and all the things that are going on at DMEA. How long have you been a CEO?
So this is my first CEO job. So I have been a CEO. It's 6 weeks today. It's the end of 6 weeks today. So yeah.
Oh, so October 1st is going to go down in history.
Right.
Yes. Week 6.
Week 6.
So you've been working hard to get to this point.
Yes. Yeah. So I've been working with and for utilities for a long time, almost 20 years.
Oh,
and
wow.
This has been my goal, I would say, for about the last 10 years, that this is really what I knew I wanted to do. And so I tried to be strategic about where I went and what I was doing to learn as much as I could to prepare myself for this. And the DMEA board offered me my first CEO job, and I will be forever grateful.
That is amazing. Well, my understanding is the position you came from was no small job at all.
No.
And so tell us about that, because I think it's pretty phenomenal how you grew with that position and the people under you grew and so forth.
Yeah, so I took a job at Platte River Power Authority in Fort Collins, Colorado about 4 years ago.
Okay.
And when they hired me, my job was to lead strategy and communications. And I had a team of 4 when I started. And when I left, I had a little over 130 employees. And I had everything from safety, HR, energy services, distributed energy, strategy, communications, marketing, legislative affairs, and I had the coal plant rawhide. So it was a pretty interesting and challenging and fun job, and I learned something new almost every day.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So tell me, what has it been like in the first 6 weeks? You've had no challenges whatsoever, right?
No, it's been it's been exciting. So as you know, I mentioned, I was joking with you before the show, my second day was our first board meeting, and I felt so lost. And
you didn't just take control. You weren't like,
Yeah, I was looking around hoping I wouldn't fall out of my chair, to be honest with you, and I didn't. So we had our second board meeting Tuesday of this week, and it went great. And it was I've been meeting with the board members individually. And it's been a lot of fun, and the people have been very welcoming, and I'm just learning something new every day, and I'm thrilled that I have such great staff, because when I don't know something, they bail me out in a second,
and that's really good staff. I mean, that's
what you ask for, right?
Yeah. So you said, wait, it's been a lot of fun. Come on, isn't working for a cooperative like boring? Nobody has any fun. It's just, all about gigabytes and whatever, you all talk about. So you can tell I really know, right?
Yeah. No, it's actually it's really fun, and it's fulfilling, and it's exciting, and it's frustrating, just like any other organization you can work for. But I think the one thing that I love most about cooperatives is you ask yourself questions as you make decisions. And I think the first one, and we talk about this as a staff, the first question you ask is, how does this benefit our membership? Yes. And that is the first question we ask. And then the second one we ask is, how does this impact our employees?
Okay.
Right? Because those are the keys to success.
Exactly.
So, no, it's exciting. I mean, you just never know. I mean, we had some outages last night, and that was...
I got my email.
Yeah, yes, it was a little scary, but I'll tell you what, our engineering staff and our linemen and our dispatchers, they were all over it. They were providing updates. We restored power pretty quickly, especially considering the conditions that we were in. So it's a commitment. And I think when everyone comes to work with that commitment, it's just fun.
Yes.
So it is fun. It can be boring. Don't get me wrong. It can be boring some days when my finance guys start talking, I want to snore. But it is a lot of fun, and it's super exciting, and I'm really honored to be here.
Oh, that is great. Well, you've had some fun interactions with your staff. You're getting to know them and hear about their families and so forth. And I hear that Becky Mashburn, I know you're watching this. I know you are. I hear Becky was just on point doing Becky.
Yes.
You've got to hear the story because it's going to go down in history. It's like one of the bloopers when you see Alyssa do what she's doing. She's going to be Becky.
So we were in a meeting yesterday, and you and I were talking about how funny Becky is, and we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, Becky's snapping and showing us that her son has learned how to snap, and I thought everyone was going to fall out of their chair. So when I say we have fun inside of DMEA, we have fun.
Yes.
It's a fun place to work. It's a fun place to be. And people like coming to work, and that makes
so
a difference.
Important. You know, we all know what's happening with their labor pool right now.
Yes.
And so for you to already point out that you have great people working for DMEA and Elevate Fiber, and that you respect them, you appreciate them being so helpful to you, and that you're able to interact in such a personal environment in week 6. That says a lot about your leadership, Alyssa.
Thank you. I think it really says more about the staff at DMEA and Elevate, but I appreciate that, and I hope they're not watching going, what is she doing now?
No. Well,
they might be.
My staff is watching and saying, Tanya, please don't start snapping, you know.
I think you should snap. You got to get the wiggle in there.
Oh, I can't. So there was, this is not going to happen today, by the way, but there was one episode of Montrose Matters where they made me dance.
Oh, well, we're not dancing.
No, we're not.
No one wants to see that.
No. I have no rhythm. Absolutely no rhythm.
Me either.
And my 8-year-old is like, hey, Mom, look at me dance. I'm like, oh, gosh, you got that from me. I'm so sorry.
I think that too. My girls can't sing. Well, the little one can. She gets it from her dad, but my oldest daughter, she does a lot of things well, but not that. And she gets that from me.
Wow.
So when she sings in the car, we're all like, oh. So I won't sing today either.
You won't? You promise?
I promise.
Okay. So we're going to take a quick break, but before we do, get on your phones, get on your computers. I want you guys, if you have any questions for Alyssa, anything about DMEA or Elevate Fiber, she said nothing's off the table, send those questions in, and guess what? You can win a $50 gift certificate to one of her favorite restaurants, which is Colorado Boy. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
At the Real Estate Store, we're a group of real estate professionals who share all forms of property brokering in an innovative way. Our expertise and experience makes us the best choice for buyers and sellers. Our brokers are ready to assist you, either in person or virtually. Come visit us in historic downtown Montrose and experience for yourself the difference of our personal, professional property brokers.
Believe it, just like Gigfoot, Zero Lag Gaming does exist. The real myth now? Slow internet made you lose. So step up your game with Elevate Internet today.
Oh gosh, okay. You don't know this because you've only been here for 6 weeks. Cheese balls. Every time I see that commercial, I think about cheese balls. And I thought Drew was going to start bringing cheese balls in, but you know, he keeps forgetting the cheese ball. So
Well, that's a fail. I would have eaten some cheese balls.
Exactly. And when I have to go through Weight Watchers, then I'm going to blame Elevate Fiber and the cheese balls, you know.
Okay.
It's just like, yeah, no, not okay.
I'm just not getting on the scale, so we're not going to talk. That's one thing that's off the table.
Okay, it's getting on the scale. So don't forget, just send your questions in. We'll ask Alyssa here live. But Alyssa, I have a question for you. So Elevate Fiber was on this trajectory to reach so many homes. Can you, I know it's only been 6 weeks and I don't want to put you on the spot, but can you update us on where we are with fiber?
Yeah, so it has been a really exciting time for Elevate, and this is, I will say, exciting for DMEA and for Elevate, because without DMEA, there is no Elevate, right?
Good point.
So I want to make sure that everybody understands that. But they just hit 10,000 customers as Elevate. That is a huge milestone. Yes, and so we're waiting to hear about state grants, which would allow us to offer up some more openings, and we're going to continue to work to keep rolling this out to our members. And it's a really exciting time. I feel like we've got good momentum, and we are just going to keep moving forward.
And so that 10,000, which sounds like a huge number to me, it's amazing. according to the plan, are you exactly where you thought you would be at this point? And that may not be a fair question because you've been here for 6 weeks, so I'm going to start getting hate mail, I know. I'll be nice to Alyssa, I promise you.
No, I think that we're ahead of schedule. I know
Okay.
our take rates are ahead of what we had hoped for. And again, I think that 10,000 customer mark is just so big in our world. And when you consider our size, that's pretty amazing.
Yes, and I got to tell you, it definitely helps Montrose. I mean, when people think about moving here, whether
Yes.
they're moving their businesses or coming to, moving families and so forth, internet and fiber, I mean, that's important to them. Just you said it yourself.
It's huge. It's huge. It is really as essential at this point as electricity, water, and sewer. It is. It's part of it. It's important for economic development. It's important for educational opportunities, and it's important for growth. You think about it. The cities within DMEA's territory are gigabit cities. Out on the western slope, you have gigabit cities. How cool is that? Montrose is a gigabit city. I think that's really cool.
I just like hearing the word gigabit, but no, that is very cool. And, I hope my dream for Montrose is that people are going to send me hate mail on this, that so many people see this beautiful town and realize that they could run their businesses from here, that we would be a destination for small businesses, medium-sized businesses, corporate moves for their families, all of those things. But there are people in Montrose who want to keep it small. That's why I said, okay. They're like, we don't want other people to know about all the great things Montrose has to offer. They're like, stop, Tanya. But, so let's talk about being a female. She's like, yeah, I can talk about that. It's a thing.
Yeah, I've been one for a long time.
Exactly. So, and I bring that up because I am curious how many female CEOs of a cooperative there are.
Well, I think there are about 980 electric cooperatives across the country, and it's my understanding 70, give or take, are women, but run by women.
I'm sorry, 980 electric cooperatives.
Yes.
And 70 or so?
70 or so. It could be 80 today, it could be 75, but the last time I was talking about this with someone, it was around 70. So we're kind of a rare breed.
Most definitely. All right.
But it's growing. It's changing. Okay.
But you feel as if, which I love that about Montrose, that we were, forward thinking enough, but do you feel as if when you were given this opportunity that they looked at your skill set and saw that, listen, you know what, she has everything we need. It's not a round peg trying to fit into a square hole, that she has the skills, the abilities to run this, and they didn't even think about whether or not you were female.
Yeah, it was funny because when I finished my first interview, my husband, he always asked, how did it go? And I said it went really well. And it was one of the first times that being a woman hadn't even been mentioned in my interview. And then when
That's the first time?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
It's always mentioned in some sort of way because it is such a male-dominated world.
Yes.
And I will say, and when I came out and interviewed, I didn't even feel it. It was such a great conversation about the energy industry and Colorado and energy and politics and energy. And then we talked fiber and energy and how they go and what this means for a community. And the board really recognizing how important DMEA and Elevate are to our area.
Yes.
That was what the entire conversation was about. And it was so much fun and so exciting. And I couldn't wait to hear, and I couldn't wait to come out here and just be a part of all of that. So, it was amazing. I'm not gonna lie, startling
Alyssa,
and amazing.
I am so glad to hear that. You've got a pretty awesome board, don't you?
Yes, I really do. I'm really fortunate, and we have a woman on our board, and that's exciting.
Okay.
And they're great. I think they take me as a person. To them, can you do the job? Can you not do the job?
Yeah. Exactly. And that's, the way it should be.
It's the way it should be.
So let's talk about the board here for a second. And you have a few positions that are open.
I do. So right now we are accepting applications for districts 3 and 5.
Okay.
So if you have an interest in that, you should apply to be on the DMEA board. The board will be reviewing to fill these special seats until these elections come up. And I think it's an important role. It's an exciting role. It's a rewarding role. So I would love to see a lot of interest out of our communities.
Good. Well, I think after today, you'll see a lot of interest. And, this electric cooperative is so important to this community as a whole. And there are really good people out there who want to, who are active in their communities and who want to be involved and who want to help. So I believe you're going to find those board members.
Awesome. I'm really looking forward to having a full board.
Good.
It'll be exciting.
So tell me about, some of your goals over the next, month, 2 months, 90 days, that sort of thing.
Sure. So that's one of the things when I first got here, the board asked for a meeting and we sat down as a senior staff and a board and we kind of talked about where we're headed. And so right now what we're really focused on is getting recharged,
okay,
letting everyone just take a deep breath, do their jobs, provide electricity, provide broadband. We're going to meet, I think, Q1 or Q2 and start talking about strategy. But right now we have some goals in terms of connecting internet customers. So that's on our radar.
Okay.
We have some goals in terms of just getting to know each other and kind of level setting. I mean, that's a big part of being a new CEO. I have a goal of getting a CFO hired here before the end of the year and hopefully onboarded, not the end of the year, at beginning of the year.
Yes.
So those are kind of the things that we're focused on right now. We've got some member appreciation days coming up. If you go to our website,
nice.
We'll have a celebration at our Montrose office and our Delta office.
Okay.
So come on out and visit with us and tell us what you'd like to see us doing.
In fact, I think that's coming up at the end of the month. We do have a question, I believe, from
We actually have 3 questions.
Okay.
All from your co-host, Bud Taylor.
All right, Bud Taylor, what are the questions?
So the first one is, and if you want to just repeat them so I can hand the mic, what is Alyssa's favorite color?
So Bud Taylor wants to know what Alyssa's favorite color is. I'm wondering if Bud really wants to know that just because he wants to go to Colorado, boy. But So Alyssa, what is your favorite color?
Wow. I don't even know. I would say black probably, but black's a shade, not a color, right? Mm-hmm. So let's go with pink.
Pink, okay.
All right.
So Alyssa's favorite color is pink. And we have question 2 from Bud Taylor.
Where can people go to find a job at DMEA or Elevate?
So Bud wants to know, where can people go to find a job at DMEA or Elevate?
You can go to our website. We have a jobs webpage there, or you can go to nreca.coop.
Okay.
And a lot of our job postings will be listed there, or on LinkedIn, or through other traditional, job sites. But our website is a great resource as well.
Okay.
And then the last question is, what is Alyssa's dream for Montrose? And
the last question we have from Bud Taylor is, what is Alyssa's dream for Montrose?
Wow, that's a hard one. Come on, Bud.
For some of you guys know this, Bud is bucking for co-host of Montrose Matters.
That's funny. So I think my dream for Montrose would be that we continue to grow our internet subscribers, that we continue to provide great service, and that Montrose feels value from its electric cooperative.
Okay.
And I think it's just that the community, as it grows, and it's going to grow, it is. I mean, it's a great community.
Alyssa said it, I didn't. It's going to grow.
It is. But my hope is that you keep your charm.
Yes.
And you keep true to yourself, because I think you can do that even with growth.
I believe so. Just in the, a little under 5 years that I've been here, Montrose has kept its charm and I've seen growth. Alyssa, it has been a true pleasure getting to know you. Welcome to Montrose. We want to welcome your family to Montrose. Thank you for everything that you envisioned for the, DMEA and Elevate Fiber. And is there anything else that you want to add?
I would just say that, come out to our member appreciation days. We'd love to see you.
Perfect. Okay.
And let us know how we're doing.
So we'll post that up on our all of our social media sites, the member appreciation days that they have in Delta and in Montrose. And then come out on the 21st to hear Alyssa speak at Power Players. Everyone have a great Friday.